Morning. Now, day 3 on this job, and today's a lot of sanding and get the ceiling painted. I'll just show you some of the stuff. Again, dust mask, P60 and some P240, some gloves, and still using my shave up in case I come across any bad lumps on anything. So right, I'm going to start on the ceiling. I'm actually not going to bore you with the sanding, but one thing with this undercoat plaster, which I'll just show you, you can use a damp cloth to re-wet it and smooth out and clean off any areas. That's on the undercoat plaster. Perfect, no sanding. Also, when I do sand an area, I sand the ceiling, coving, wall, halfway down, move on, door casings halfway down, things like that. So when you come to do the bottom half, you literally have only got the bottom half of everything. Saves a lot of time. What was I? Right, that's just took about an hour and a half to sand all the ceiling and coving top half of the walls. I've got a little bit left on the windows, but generally it's ready to paint the ceiling now. So what I'm going to do with this ceiling, because there's so much filler, I'm going to actually dilute the paint I'm using for a kind of a mist coat. The paint is Valspar emulsion, and it's a primer as well as the paint, so I'm going to use that. That's the first coat done. You look round. Just look at that colour. Well, Lars. Let's have a look over there. Remember that one. Again, it needs a second coat. Right then, it's 11:30 now, dinner time. Let that dry, second coat it after. So we're on day 3, it's 2:30, and that's the ceiling finished. That's had 2 coats. So and what I'm going to do now is sand around the windows and give them a coat of this. I'm also going to finish sanding around the bottom and hopefully get a coat on that wall before I go, and then anything else is a bonus. Just before I paint this wall, I'm going to clean off these sockets. See how bad they are. And although I've sanded it down, I'm just going to wipe off some of them white bits with the filler. Massive difference. So once I've painted the wall, I just need to wipe around. Make sure you work your brush into your paint first. Oh, sorry. It's difficult when you've got a camera in your hand. That'll do for the first coat there. I'll neaten that up on the second coat. Show you a little bit more. There you go. I'm actually going to use this small roller for this wall because I've been working that fast. I've forgot my other roller, so I'll have to use this one. I mean, they're really good, the old loads, these things. Right, let's have a look. That's quite a large area, that. So, damp cloth and just wipe them back. There you go. Oh god. Nice colour that. It's actually a bit like my bedroom. Day 4. So where am I up to? Let's have a quick look. I didn't get a chance to put bin primer around the window, but it didn't matter because it dries that fast. So I've still got that to do, which I'm just about to do. Then I'm going to second coat that wall, and then as that's drying, I'm going to start these walls over here, and then finish them walls, and then start the woodwork. I'm also touching up some of these burr bits with the bin primer as well. Just speed the job up a bit. So it's about 11 o'clock now. Doing well. That wall's second coated. Bin primer's on. Looking good. So I'll also put some on there. Up there. Basically around the edges. I'll put some bin primer. Along that bit there. So then, the next stage is on that window. And what I'm going to do is get the magnolia out and do the reveals on both the window and patio. And then while that's drying, I'll do the walls, and then I can start painting the windows once I've second coated, because I'll second coat them first. Then the windows are ready to paint as soon as I'll finish the walls. Basically, use my heater. Keep the kettle boiling. Whew. Like I was saying, it's keep the kettle boiling. So I'm doing as many edges as I can without going near a wet edge. So I've cut in along the top, and I'm going to leave that section to roll. So on here, I've used a sponge pad. That's enough, literally, and then you can do the wall. You don't want to be going all over the woodwork, cut it in. You do have to overlap your paint slightly, but keep it off the woodwork. Little hole. It's just after dinner, so I'm about to start emulsioning these walls with magnolia, but before I do, I've just cleaned off around the back of the radiator. I'm just going to sand that down, because really that is the only last thing to do there. So once I've sanded that down, do the wall. Once I've finished the walls, I can put a primer on the radiator. Sorry, I've got my dust mask on. So again, I'm using some worn P60. That is. Make sure you sand it the direction you're painting everything. Walls all shapes. I'll do for the first coat. I'll neaten that up on the second. So not easy. That's the first coats of the magnolia on now, on all the walls. They're just drying off. Let's have a look round, see how good it looks. Sorry about the sun. So yeah, it's coming on, getting there. Look over here. Still drying out, looking good. Down the door. So around the window, patio. That's good. Big difference. So what I'm about to do is second coat the reveals and then probably start second coating the walls over there, and if I've got time I'm going to put a coat of 123 Zinser 123 on the woodwork, well, on the window frames. Okay, that's it for today. Just drying some of my gear out. Second coat's on. So, quick look. I mean, you can't tell any difference with the second coat sometimes. But yeah, doing well. I've not got a chance to put the 123 on the windows, but it doesn't matter. Let's have a quick look at some of that over there. That's where that big lump was. Gone. That's where that crack was. You know. Right. Home time. Morning, day 5, and it's the final day today. So I'll show you some of the products I'm going to use, and then a few little steps, and then the finish, because I need to crack on. So, a bit of Zinser 123. Oh well, if there's any filling on the woodwork, that's what I'm using. Then that. Then that. So it's all looking really good. Just drying a few bits out. Well, warming them up really. Make it quicker. Right. That's the Zinser 123 on there now. I'm just tidying up some areas, making them a bit neater. Same with the walls as well. If you find anything, a little bit of filler, touch it up. It's all about snagging. I've just done the rad as well. That's Zinser 123, so they're both drying off now. So I'm going to do the other frame, and then the door, and then the skirtings, and then recoat with the Zinser all coat. Doing really well. It's about 11:30 coming up to dinner time. I've only got the final coat to do now of the all coat. I'll just have a quick look. Looking good. Nearly finished. I'm just drying this corner out now. I'm going to hoover up and this wardrobe can go back. All finished. So 5 days that's took. Looks really good. Across the top of that coving again. Just got the fittings to put back for the curtains. But it's all looking good. Radiator. I'll just show you the coving at the top. Right, just near the door and the window. Sorry, the patio.